Alright everybody, wanted to do a video today on applying heat transfer vinyl to tiles so you can make decorative tiles or you can make it into tile drink coasters. You've seen a couple videos that I've posted before as far as putting up making tiles using craft and automotive vinyl to include a little bit of embossing and then epoxy coating and resin the tiles to seal them in to make them into drink coaster type tiles. But what about heat transfer vinyl? I've not seen anybody do it yet. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but I wanted to give it a shot myself. So I wanted to do a little video demonstration of it. So what I've done so far is I have already cut a on the Silhouette Cameo 3 a monogram that I'm going to put on this tile here, which I've already cleaned with isopropyl alcohol and clean microfiber cloth. This particular vinyl is Vvivid's heat transfer vinyl. Vvivid is the company. They're out of Canada. This is their version 2 or V2 Hyper Pro series. Their Hyper Glitter line, as you can see in the camera there, it is actually already pretty glittery. And when you apply it to either cloth or this or anything really, what you'll find is it has that kind of textured feel, kind of like when you put glue down and then you sprinkle glitter on it, dry it off, and then and it has kind of a texture feel to it. So as you saw, I already have the vinyl cut and I've already weeded it out to include a small demonstration of weeding with an X-Acto knife here. I'm just going to use an iron for today's demonstration, or for the purposes of today's demonstration. So let's go ahead and get started here. Unlike regular vinyl, it's, you can peel it up because the actual image itself doesn't stick. However, the backing that and the heat plastic that this comes on is actually quite sticky. You may be able to hear my finger sticking to the backing there, the backing plastic. And so I'm just gonna eyeball center this here. Nothing too precise here. If you want to measure it out to make things more even or symmetrical, certainly can do that as well. So there, just got it down, and then because the backing plastic is kind of sticky, it makes for a nice, you can tack it down, adjust it, and then if you need to, pull it back up without leaving the vinyl on the tile itself. Alright, so it's a little forgiving that way. So I've got about where I want it to go. So with Vvivid, just gonna put the iron on it for about 30 or so seconds. I had learned previously that when you're doing this, because it's a hard surface on another hard surface, you don't necessarily want to put a little bit of too much pressure on there, because you're pressing a soft material in between two hard surfaces, and depending on where you're pressing, it could smush it. And so I'm just using the weight of the iron, which isn't very much at all, maybe what, a pound or two, but just basically letting the heat do most of the work. I might put just a touch of pressure just to kind of make sure that things in the center are set, and the heat is helping to get everything melted down and in place here. Now, is it more advantageous to put heat transfer vinyl onto a coaster for if you're going to make it into a tile drink coaster? Maybe, maybe not. Especially if you're going to resin coat or urethane coat or acrylic coat afterwards. It's probably easier and faster to just use 651 or some other craft vinyl. A potential advantage, haven't tried it out or tested it yet, is that because this is heat transfer vinyl, which means it's resistant to heat because you put on clothes and send it through the dryer as well, you might not need to coat it with resin or acrylic or urethane. I probably still would, just because it'll be textured, and that way it doesn't catch edges and bring it up. So really, it's up to you. This is more of an experiment to see if it'll work or how it works and turns out. I've done one already, so I'm just doing another one here in a different color, and I'll show you what happened when I put too much pressure on the vinyl when you have two hard surfaces pressing against effectively a pretty soft material, which is the vinyl. Alright, so all I'm doing is making sure that I'm heating it very well, very thoroughly, all the way through because at this point we're really just using the adhesive to stick it down without any of the pressure to help assist. When you're doing it on cloth, shirts, bags, what have you, there's a little bit of give underneath of it, so you can push down pretty hard and it won't make a smushing effect. Alright, so I'm going to let that cool and I'll show you what I mean by a smushing effect. So on this particular tile, I had put the iron on top and pressed down fairly hard on it, and you can see on the sides here where they're probably slightly higher than the center part here. I smushed them down. The heat along with the pressure basically smushed it. So same thing with this one top part right there. You can see, hopefully you can see that with excessive pressure, hard surface on hard surface, trying to press it onto a soft material, that it will be it smushes it down. Alright, so now the tile absorbed a lot of heat, so it's kind of hot. It's making my plastic underneath here kind of bubble a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start peeling it back. I'm going to do it slowly to make sure that in case it didn't set, it won't pull it off. Looks like everything did set nicely. There we go. Toss that plastic backing, and like I said, the tile is still pretty warm. So hopefully this goes back down and it'll warp my plastic mat. And so here is the end result. So yes, it is pretty easy, fairly easy to put heat transfer vinyl onto tiles to make them decorative tiles or tile coasters. They actually may be more durable than putting, say, craft vinyl like 651, because you are heating the vinyl on here, and it is to an effect melting the adhesive onto the surface, creating a more permanent bond than, say, 651 or 631 even would have on it. Alright guys, so hopefully this was informative. If you never tried doing heat transfer vinyl on tiles and or was wondering if that was an option that you could utilize in the future, absolutely. Just a couple things to consider as I've demonstrated, and it can come out looking really nice. So as you can see here, the vinyls called Hyper Glitter, Vvivid's V2 Pro Hyper Glitter series, is extremely glittery. So if you like that kind of look, this may be a good option for you guys. Alright, please, if you liked the video, please do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and then click that subscribe button, and I'll be trying to post more videos, how-tos, demonstrations, experiments, things like that, hopefully to help out the community. And so if you do subscribe, you'll get notifications when I put something new up there, and it'll help me out. Thanks guys, have a great day.